Peter and Janet, welcome. It's lovely to meet you finally. Janet, we've had a couple of phone calls to start the process off here, and it's lovely to have you both here today. And I'd like to thank you for asking me to conduct your ceremony. I'm really honoured. I think it's lovely that both of you have decided to tie the knot. I know you've been together a few years now, so welcome both of you.
Thank you.
Now, Janet, I have to say you have been so organised and it has made my job so much easier. I have here all the paperwork that you sent through to me. So you've completed your notice of intended marriage. So we have the date, Sunday the 21st of June at 6 p.m, so a nice evening gathering, and at the Stag in Factory Road, Millawa. Now, I believe that belongs to friends of yours.
Yes.
Fantastic. And you've decided to get married on the deck.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. That will be absolutely fantastic. Your friend Chris was very nice yesterday and allowed me to go and have a look at the deck. And I think, Janet, you said about 10 to a dozen people?
Yeah, it's only a small ceremony.
Fantastic. And that will fit really well on the deck there.
Plenty of space there.
Yeah.
That number of people.
Absolutely. No, it'll be wonderful. And I believe, Peter, Willie is standing up with you as your best man?
He is, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
I've
lovely.
known him for a few years now, so
Yeah, no,
that'll be good.
fantastic. And Janet, Chris is standing up with you?
Yes.
No, that'll be wonderful. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a lovely day. So let's just go through and let me make sure that everything that I've got here is correct, because we don't want to send off documentation that's not correct. Peter, K-O-H-N,
Yes,
and it's Peter, P-E-T-E-R, George, G-E-O-R-G-E.
exactly.
Fantastic. Now, I know you've never been married before,
No,
and your date of birth, 21st of April, 55.
yes,
Excellent. Now, I have your father is George, who is unfortunately deceased,
yes,
and your mum, Maria Jane, and her maiden name was Fulford,
yes,
also deceased.
yes.
Sorry about that.
That's
That's
okay.
hard. They won't be at the
No,
wedding.
no.
And both born in Australia.
Exactly, yep.
Wonderful. And Janet Richards, Janet Gay, you've never been married either.
No.
And 15th of April 1956.
That's right.
Fantastic. And Frederick Richards.
Yep.
And your mum, Greta May Wilkinson.
Yep.
Beautiful. Now, just checking, your Gay has an E on the end, G-A-Y-E.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, you sent me through copies of your birth certificates and your passports. Do you have the originals there with you? Fantastic. So, yes, that is exactly what I've got there. Wonderful. I'll hand you back those.
Thank you.
And we'll just check that we've got your passport numbers correct. I'd hate to get that wrong. So let's have a look. Peter. Yep, fantastic. And Janet, yours is... Oh, it's a lovely photo. You don't often get a really good photo on a passport. Mine looks as if I should have a number underneath me. Excellent.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Now, let me give these straight back to you, because the last thing you want to lose is your passport. Fantastic. All right, so let's get the signatures out of the way here. So, the one thing you have said is you are not related to each other in any way, shape or form?
No,
Fantastic. So, what I'm going to ask Peter, you are party 1 and Janet is party 2. If you could sign party 1 there for me, please, just your normal signature. Wonderful. And Janet, party 2 for you. Wonderful.
Thank you.
And I will sign then. And the date today is the 23rd of the 3rd, 2020. Gosh, it's going quickly, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Now, I did email you a copy of the Happily Ever After booklet, but
Yes.
I have a hard copy for both of you.
Okay.
Right, there's
Okay,
some
thank you.
really good information in there about couples' education and about marriage and about the legalities of things within Australia. All right.
Thank you.
So I have to sign here that I have actually given you those documents. And that one's out of the way now. Fantastic. Now, the other document that I would normally leave until closer to the marriage, but I know that neither of you have been married before, we have a declaration from both of you that there is no legal impediment for you to marry. I've filled it all out. If you'd like to have a look at it for me, and then just sign down here. So Peter, you're the first, and then Janet after that. Just make sure I've got all the details correct.
Okay, thank you. Yep, that is all fine. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay. So, one of the things, as I said, is talking to you about relationship education. Now, I know that you have been together for a while. Had you thought about doing some relationship education before the ceremony?
Hadn't really thought about it. What would that involve?
Look, in Wangaratta, it's very difficult because the only people that actually do any form of relationship education is through North East Health, and it can be very difficult to get in there, especially with what we're going through in the world at the moment. So what I've done is there is a company called Relate Well. Now, they do a lot of online education.
Right.
They've got a lot of information there for you. They've also got some little quizzes that you can do yourself and you can do together. There's no cost for it, and it does actually make you stop to think about things, even down to things like joint bank accounts, who does Grandma's crystal vase really belong to, those sorts of things. So I'll give you this to take with you. It's entirely up to you, and whether you decide to or not, that's nothing to do with me, and it has no bearing on your wedding ceremony with me. But the web address is here, and there's a little bit of information about them.
Lovely, thank you for that.
All right. So I also sent you the statement of fees. So were you happy with those? We're looking at, for yours, the normal price would be $600. But I think given the fact that it's a very small ceremony and it's so local to me, I mean, it's 3 minutes round the corner from here, I'm really happy in this case to waive the $150 fee and make it $400 for you.
That would be very nice, thank you.
Yeah.
That's very good.
There's no travel involved or
No.
anything like that, so
No.
I think it would be lovely.
That'd be great, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Fantastic.
For
Yep.
that. That's greatly appreciated.
Lovely. So what I'll do is I will put all that together on the booking and on the invoice for you, and shoot that through to you by email. That seems to be the best way to get things across.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
Okay, fantastic. That's out of the way. Let's get to the fun stuff.
Okay.
How do you want your day to run? Because it's your day. And remember, this is first up. This is the first planning. We're going to have 2 more face-to-faces like this, and then we're going to have a rehearsal. So you tell me, what are you thinking?
We were thinking a fairly simple ceremony. It's only a small gathering, so I do have a poem that I'd like to use as a reading.
Beautiful.
And my dad's not up to doing that, but I have an uncle who has agreed to
Lovely.
read that.
So what's your uncle's name?
Steve.
Uncle Steve. Fantastic.
Yep.
And what's the poem, Janet?
It's called As Long As Your Eyes Are Blue.
Oh,
And it's by Banjo Patterson.
now, I will check. I think that will probably be in the public arena, so there won't be any problems with using that with regards to copyright. But I'll check. I'll check with that. And then if there is a problem and we need to get permission from a publisher, that sort of thing, I'll organise that.
Thank
Right.
you.
That's
Yep.
that's
Yep.
quite easy. Fantastic. That's a lovely poem. It is a lovely
Yeah.
poem. Fantastic.
And he
Okay.
does have blue eyes.
Yeah.
So Peter, what about you? What do you want? What does this day bring for you?
Not a great deal. Look, it's a big day, but simple and family get together, everything like that, and I'll be happy with that.
Okay, fantastic. And then off fishing afterwards.
Yes, I'll have the boat on the car.
Fantastic. So no fishing poems or no
No.
fishing symbolism in the
No.
service or anything like that?
No.
No?
No.
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay, fantastic. Now, for a very simple ceremony, what I would suggest is that we start off with a welcome. So
Yeah.
I can welcome, if you tell me who's going to be there, I welcome them, introduce myself,
Yes.
explain how the ceremony is going to run.
Yep.
Peter, are you and Willie going to be standing on the deck waiting for Janet and Chris?
Yes.
You are,
Yeah.
okay. And then I am so sorry, Midge, not an appropriate time here. So then Janet, you and Chris will come, they've got the big double doors, the French doors that open, you'll come out through there?
Yeah.
Lovely. So are you planning chairs on both sides of the doorway?
Hadn't thought about it really, but yeah, probably. My dad's in a wheelchair,
Right,
so he will be waiting
yes.
probably with the boys,
Yes.
Yeah.
so that he can be part of it and give me away when the
Fantastic.